We have already seen how we have an ability to schedule our tours, which provides a guide to the user for the collection times. The ability to establish a tour schedule and a different individual schedule for each one of the tags helps us to determine what tags need to be collected with each run. In addition to this, the schedule can be used as the default timestamp for the data that is being collected for each one of the tags. Let's see an example of this. Let me close this window. Let's work with experiment 190. I'm going to open this tour so that I can change some of the options that I have in here. I can see how this tour was scheduled for hourly collections. So the tour will be collected hourly. Now each one of the tags has a different collection schedule. PyML float 10 will be collected every 2 hours or for every other tour. If I click on tour options, in here there is an option called navigate through do tags only for the mobile device. By checking this option, what we are enabling is the ability for the data collector to see only the tags that need to be collected during that tour. So for instance, in this tour, which we are collecting every hour, we have a tag that will be collected every 2 hours or every other tour. If we check this option and we are using our PDA to collect the data, then we will only see the tour, or rather the tag, that has the frequency of every 2 hours in every other tour, and we will not see that tag every tour. Only when the tag is due, we will see the tag and the field to enter the data. That only works for the PDA. Additionally, let me go back to tour options. There is a tab under tours for the timestamp. In here we see that we have options to allow the tour timestamp to be changed, both for the tour and for each one of the tags. What this means is that when we perform a tour run and we are collecting data, we can change the default time that is being displayed when we begin the tour. So far we've seen examples that every time that we begin a tour, the tour time is going to be the default time for that tour. So for instance, if we had hourly tours at 9, 10, 11, that's going to be the default time for my data collection. However, by checking this first option, we can change that time from 9, 10, 11 to the current timestamp when the data is actually being collected, which may be 9:05, 10:06, 11:10. That is the case for both the entire tour run and each one of the tags. So let's perform a data collection run and see how it works. For experiment 190, I'm going to perform a new tour run at 6:53 a.m. and because the tour is hourly, that's going to be the default time. However, when I'm collecting data for the first tag, I can enter my value and change the time. Let's say that the data was collected at 7 a.m. That will be the timestamp for that data or that value that was collected. I can now save and exit.